Welcome back to Modern Fossil. We got the ding dong. What is the ding dong?
What the hell's the ding dong?
Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world.
Makoto.
Get out of here.
Get out of here? Get out of here?
Get out here.
Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened.
What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake.
She said for us to come to the rec room.
The rec room? Okay, let's hurry!
Well, not Hina.
Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? Sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. What should we do? What are we going to do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room.
But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in.
I just said...
Wrong.
The door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock.
And why...
It would seem...
Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair?
Chair?
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply.
There's no problem if we break in?
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way.
Okay, I'll go get something to break with it. I'll wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? She... Okay, I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure.
Poisoned.
Yoko didn't reply. There was only silence. And that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Come on, please, hurry! Okay, you two, stand back! I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I could just... I pushed on it with all my might and my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her...
She was ice cold. What? Huh?
All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
Oh my god.
Danganronpa.
Poisoned by either the chemicals or the flowers.
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered if was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. Then why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I
need to examine Sakura's body.
I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And you were dead wrong about it being Hina. Unbelievable.
Yep, wasn't Hina. Why the fuck was she on the cover of the chapter then, huh?
I mean, like, people who have been on the cover of the chapter, literally. Like, Hiro was on the cover of the last chapter, I believe.
Really? Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Sakura was fucking dope, you know? And you unbelievable, man. If you said that she died, then she wouldn't have died.
Think so?
Yeah. So, fuck, man. After I don't know how long. I got everyone. Oh, God.
yes, yes.
So she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you're trying to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her? It's not just someone in this room.
It's your
It's
fault.
one of you. Hiro Byakuya Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. It's you hated her. Hated the sight of her. But you did it. I know it. You know it? Yes? Yeah, good. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right, it's the...
Monokuma file!
Hey, don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're going to ruin that cute little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Huh? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me a lot of trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take out a behemoth like that.
Hey!
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated the rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the black it is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe him one? Oopsie! Before you get all pissy-potty at me, you could better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? Was the one?
I won't
I
forgive
hate
you.
him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. I was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead.
And let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me?
You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. Order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind.
And it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault.
What if you killed Sakura?
I
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all
I won't
clear.
ask you to let us all in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? Both useless anyway.
Nope. Don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway.
And you, Hiro? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear.
It's decided. Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request.
But
Hey,
We have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory.
fine. Guess that's okay. No matter what, Byakuya, you're absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, you would want to touch her filthy dead body.
Listen,
It's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
listen to me.
all of us face execution.
Finding out who killed Sakura is not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. A kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Okay, I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Okay. So it was poison. I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why is that?
So,
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape, somehow, after barring the door.
If the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, it was like zero escape, right?
in other words,
This is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder? I guess you might see it as a kind of thing in a lot of mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? Right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails?
Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we could probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden. When the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
It sounds like that it could have been possible. Maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room.
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality, it's generally not possible.
And you think we crossed that one off, too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. When it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. And Yoko, which of those 4 possibilities seem to be most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I can figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can for Sakura, if nothing else. My god. She was playing Othello! Oh my god. She wanted a game of Othello and somebody tried to kill her! What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. I'm trying to hide out how much he despises me. Let it go before he crushes my soul completely. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of screen or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. A chair was shoved against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of streamer mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink and it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it! Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Cham-A-2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all sorts of kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange.
Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can?
Tons of light blue glass. There must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it.
Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
Important clue. I'm not sure how I see how... Ah, it's in my evidence anyway!
however,
But for Sakura to have been killed,
Yeah, she's not the type that would go down without a fight.
it's true.
she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
Must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
We don't even know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. I couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Let me help you let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? But Monokuma Fowl said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I've heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. I said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stop it by force even, This would never have happened. Ina, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Something I want to like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet with her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. It is true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problems believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. I can see traces of blood on her lips for sure. On her lips? Yeah, I said that right. So, what would it cost her to vomit blood? Breakfast wasn't that bad today. Monokuma file specifically said that she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance. Byakuya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? Well, I don't think I would call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
M&M. That's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well...
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genesis Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm her down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. Ah, fuck! I punched the mic. You really like them that much? I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself, so that's why I gave it to her. But now, they've all lost their flavor. Ina. There's shards of glass scattered around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle!
Wow, what deduction.
What the fuck? Holy
Elementary,
shit.
my dear Watson.
Yes, of course. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Huh? The locker's open, and they're on the inside. It's a handprint.
Why?
What's a handprint doing there?
Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in there here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
There was no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean?
It means someone was in there. To start.
There were 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle is some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
So...
Yeah. Maybe we should discuss this during the trial.
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Huh?
You know, shit in a bottle.
Ah.
Where you pucker up and shit in a bottle.
I have had long road trips before, you know?
Where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that?
Yeah, maybe I have.
In other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that, a Monokuma bottle, if you will.
I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Yes, my dear Watson. Yes, my dear fellow. The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
You know, I've long said that if I were to, for whatever reason, start a music band, it would be called Shards of Glass.
Ooh, that's actually pretty nice.
It's a good name, right?
But what would be like the style of music? What would be the genre?
Like hype up music.
Hype up. Oh, like fucking Imagine Dragons.
More, well, no. It would be, well, you know what? It honestly, yeah. Probably, but that's why I said for whatever reason, because we have one song, Another Day at the Office. Have you ever heard this?
No.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. Another day at the office. Another day at the office. Another day, 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 day. Another day at the office. Pum, pum, pum. And then it goes nuts, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, don't steal our ideas. That's trademark. That's what I fucking got. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. What the fuck? It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? She fucking, did a layup with her vomit. That's how she did that, apparently.
listen.
Oh, Makoto. Have you finished with your general investigation? You dumb bitch.
I think so, for the most part.
So then,
And you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with other people, so I need to hear what they have to say.
I don't see any world how it isn't Byakuya or Hina.
Okay.
It's one of those people, because I do believe that the flowers, I don't remember if anything ever happened to those flowers, but just those flowers made me think, someone's getting poisoned by those flowers. And I believe when we saw those flowers, Byakuya and Hina were the only ones in that room. And then, of course, just like the last case, Celeste is the one who initially, notifies of the murder. That was Hina. So it's like, Hina could have been hiding in the locker, why would she kill, this is a good case. Why kill your best friend? Why do it? Maybe she felt betrayed. Maybe she thought, oh, I can get away with it.
Yeah. Okay.
But then Byakuya, it's like the reason I think it might be Byakuya is because he's, definitely a character they've invested in a lot, so you would think, oh, well, they're not gonna kill him now, right? Yeah. But the fact that Monokuma said that they owe him one, or he owes them one, makes me think that he'll probably be found out but still survive. Like, the O will be like, I'm not gonna execute you. So I think that would make sense. That's why I'm leaning towards Byakuya.
Okay.
But it could also be Hina. But then, why keep Hina around?
Yeah. Okay. I see. Alright. Those two probably went back to their rooms. The Psycho's room! Why won't it open? There we go. I press the doorbell. Ding dong! And after a few seconds...
Who's there?
Oh, shit.
Ah! The most negative aura I've ever felt. The aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something.
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Wha-
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Byaku already told me that she had asked to meet with you, with him.
What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Can you tell me about it?
I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Doka claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept this fact.
Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room.
And then Tucker quickly retreated into her room. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Hiro in
The next episode.
Thank you for watching this episode of Danganronpa. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll 5 times up, which is
Every single day.
bye-bye.